Good evening, tutor and partners. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Luz Dari Perez Ponet. I am 33 years old. I'm happily married and I have two children. Actually, I live in Vélez, Santander. And in my free time, I really enjoy to play with my kids. I'm studying bachelor degree teaching English as a foreign language. I'm in 6th semester. I really like English and enjoy to study. In this course, I really hope to be able to acquire new bases and better skills in teaching practices in order to improve the attitudes of my learners in learning a second language. Also, I'm willing to contribute all my knowledge, share my experiences, support and collaborate in all assigned activities. I know that with a great effort and perseverance and commitment, we will get success. Okay? About question number 2. In the knowledge environment in Unit 1, you have to answer the following question with your own words. So, question number 1. How do you compare the quotation from Wallace Chase at the beginning of the chapter with the purpose of linguistics? I think language is a dynamic process, and all languages and dialects have the necessary resources to draw upon to create new meanings in a systematic way. In order to match the communicative needs of the community which speaks the language or dialect. Taking into account that the linguistic work is about describing language and not about prescribing what people should do, it takes a special act of will to focus on the class and not in the ideas that pass through it, as Wallace Chase said. Question number 2. What do you think some people approach to study of linguistics with an apprehensive hands? Is this your case? Explain. I think it is because in many cases to misconceptions. For example, in many cases the linguistic is associated with other things. For example, the linguistic is not obligated to speak several languages. Also, it is important to he knows grammar and syntaxes, but of other languages. And there are many linguists who can speak more than one language. There are also those who feel comfortable mainly one language. Another possible misconception about linguistics, which can make it seem like a daunting study to more artistic minds, is that it is the scientific study of language. It is the case that linguistics involves the principal study of an object of acquiring nouns as human language. The next question is linguistics about correctness in language use? Explain. As we mentioned earlier, language is a dynamic process, and sometimes linguistic diversity can be a problem for communication. That is why the linguistic correction arises from the need to create a good image at the reader or listener in order for the speakers to achieve perfect communication. The last question. What are the names of the greatest contributors of linguistic field? How will you label each of them? For example, Ferdinand of Saussure, the father of modern linguistics. Well, The main figures who have excelled in the field of linguistic of science of language are fundamentally the Swiss Ferdinand de Saussure, considered as the initiator of modern linguistics, who addressed the study of language as a system and establishes the distinction between language and speech. The Romanian Eugene Kossariu and his distinction between system, norm, and speech. We have also the French André Martinet and his double articulation of language. Also, we have the Danish Louis Hemsley, who developed the glossus. We have a Simon Dick, who developed a functional grammar. And finally, the Americans Leonard Bluefield, representative of structuralism, and Noam Chomsky, who establishes the generative grammar, and William Leboeuf, dedicated to sociolinguistics. Well, that's all. Thank you so much for your attention and have a good night. See you soon.